Huku ni wapi? Huku ni wapi? Huku ni wapi? Now, from where I am right now, this is the Narok highway. You can see some vehicles over there. You see those vehicles? That's Narok highway. The road that goes all the way to Migori, all the way to Tanzania border in a town called Isibania. Do you remember we have a video of Isibania taken to 50? That's the road that goes all the way to Tanzania. From here, when you're coming from Limuru down through the Maimahio escarpment, these are the hills you see. You see? These are the hills that you see from that side. I don't know if the GoPro can be able to focus on that one. There is a green line you can see over there. Yeah? There are vehicles over there. Not at the top, at the middle of that hill, there is a clean line you can see. That is the Maimahio Escarpment Highway. That's the road that comes from Mutarakwa Limuru all the way to Maimahio town. The buildings you can see over there, that is Maimahio town. It's quite a huge town from over here all the way to somewhere over there. It's like a whole kilometer or so of buildings. That is Maimahio town. Okay? These are the hills that you see from the other side. Because remember, when you're coming from Limuru, the Maimahio escarpment, the highway is in the middle of hills. This side there are hills, the other side there are hills. These are the hills you see from that side. Right now, this place is considered to be in Naivasha. It is part of Nakuru County, Maimahio. But as you proceed to this direction, now you're getting to Suswa, which is in Narok. There is a road that connects Gong town with the Suswa. And I'm thinking of going there. There's a road that connects, a jungle road that connects Suswa town and Gong town. I'm thinking of going there. Yeah, there's a bike we are talking about. The Voge Rally 300. Perfect off-road bike. Things have never been better. I love this motorcycle. The suspension is responding so well that even when you are on conditions like these ones, the bike feels very safe. Can you see that? This is a pure piece of off-road engineering. Whoever designed this bike was not in a hurry. I know I have said this for several other bikes, but now you see, there is always a scale of 1 to 10. Always an imaginary scale of 1 to 10. In terms of how the bike is handling off-road, there is always a scale. It is good off-road, but how much? Can you rate it at 5? Can you rate it at 6, 7? I would rate this one at 8. I would rate it at 8. A perfect off-road bike. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it 8. For the 2 left, I will explain in another video why. But for the scale of 1 to 10, I would give it an 8. There was a Tekken 200 I was riding a few weeks ago. I would give it a 7. For the reason that the bike is not so powerful. Okay? The bike is not so powerful for off-road. But it is compensating with weight. This bike is around 155, 156 kilos. Okay, it's not always accurate of what the manufacturer says, but we are talking about below 160 kgs. The Tekken 200 was 140. So that is way lighter than this by like 10 kilos. 10 kilos is a lot of weight when you're handling a bike off-road. So this one has enough power to handle off-road. Even the Loke off-roads. Yeah, even the jungle off-roads. And also, it has the perfect sprocket for off-road. Can you see this one? This one is a motocross sprocket. I don't know how they came up with this one. This one is huge. This one is huge. This one is not for highway. This is not for highway. This is for off-road. It's huge. This is a motocross sprocket. I don't know how many teeth it is, but could be like 50. This is huge. Even 750, 800cc adventure bikes don't come with such a sprocket. Even 800cc, they don't come with this. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. And you can tell it is huge if you play around with the throttle on a loose surface like this one. You can tell it is huge because it is pulling the bike. You can launch the bike on gear 2 even without noticing you are on gear 2. This one is huge. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, so for highway, you can expect this bike to be slower than a street 300. If you compare a 300 street bike with a 300 this one, you can expect this one to be a bit slower. Definitely it is going to be a bit slower because of this. But if you have a way of changing this and put a smaller one for the street, this bike is going to be so fast because it has a lot of power. It has a lot of power. Again, it is an EFI. It is a very, very well balanced bike. Something else I'm loving about this bike, even if you forget to turn off the key, like I just forgot it, I'm turning it right now. If you saw a few seconds, I turned it off. If you leave the bike with ignition on, there is zero risk of you finding the bike on low battery because all the lights go off. The lights go off. Yeah, the lights go off, completely off. You cannot have these lights on unless the engine is running. So if the engine is not running, these lights are off. They do not come on with the ignition. They only come on when you turn on the engine. So that is a plus. I love that. Even if you forget when you are doing your videos here, taking photos and stuff, you don't have a risk of running low on battery if you're riding the rally. So that one is good. The dashboard is a little bit small. Few off-road bikes, the dashboard is always so small, just to minimize the chances of this one breaking when you maybe drop the bike off-road. So they put a very small dashboard, but it is practical, it is working. More than that, the bike is EFI, and you can feel the balance in combustion. You can feel it. You can feel the balance in combustion. There is a research I'm trying to do, and when I get enough information, I'm going to make another video and explain to you about this engine, the Voge Rally 300 engine. I do not know why this engine looks to me like it is coming from Kawasaki KLX 300. There is so much similarity in this bike with Kawasaki KLX 300. I was thinking of Honda CRF 300 Rally, of which the body is almost the same. This one and CRF, they're almost the same. But now the engine is not Honda. This engine is not the same with what we have in the Honda. So I'm trying to do a research on this one, and to me it looks more of Kawasaki KLX 300. Very, very reliable engines. Very, very reliable engines. Remember I told you about the Vogue 900 DSX? That one is pure BMW GS. Engine, frame, everything is BMW. So this one, I'm looking at it like this engine could be coming from Kawasaki KLX. A very, very reliable engine. Very, very good off-road engine. More to that, the bike is so good. The seat is working properly. I haven't had any issue with the seat. Seat is perfect. The tank is so small. Off-road bikes have the same problems of tank capacity, but it is not a problem. It is because they are designed to just carry enough fuel for you to go to the trails, to the mountains like these ones. You don't need a lot of fuel here because it is unnecessary luggage. So this one is 11 liters. 11 liters. 11 liters of tank. The height is quite high. You can even see, yeah, you can even see that distance. Yeah, you can see that distance. So high, quite high. Looking at it, it's quite high. There is no way you're going to jump over something and this wheel comes up here. No way, unless you break the shock, which is not going to be possible. On the front side, you can see the movement of the shock. My friend, this is serious. This is serious. And this distance, this one, is this one. So there is no way you are going to bottom out this bike off-road and hit this. Zero chances. No way. Again, we have very good foot pegs for off-road. Very, very good. This one is perfect. Very good off-road pegs. This bike has ABS. There is a switch to turn off the ABS. When you are going off-road and you want to speed up, it is always advisable to turn this off. For safety reasons, when you're off-road, just don't have the ABS on. Just a basic bike. Nothing fancy. It's just pure adventure technology. All the lights are LED. We have LEDs here, we have LEDs here, we have LEDs here, and even no, these ones are not LED. The main headlight is not LED. The LEDs we have are the parking lights. We have this strip. Yeah, can you see this? Yeah, we have an LED strip here, but the bulbs are halogen and they are so bright. They are so bright. Yeah, they are so bright. Let me try to get it on neutral. Can you hear the fuel pump? They are so bright. Even if you're coming back home in the evening, you really don't require extra lights. You don't require them unless you want them for other reasons. But for illumination purposes, this bike is okay. Very much okay. Remember in my video of Taken 250 that I did in Migori, I said a few things that I don't like about that bike, and some of them have now been improved. One of the issues was the headlight. The headlight is not so good. So things are coming up properly from the feedback that you people give as the owners, the feedback that I give as the professional reviewer. Yeah, the company is taking them seriously and we are improving. There are some few things I'm also trying to compose on this one. I'm going to let you know when I finish my testing. But so far so good. We have done 300 kilometers. 300 and what? 316 kilometers from zero. Today I have just fueled the bike. It is now a full tank. Yeah, it's full. I fueled at 292, and when I did the mathematics, this bike is consuming 30 points, almost 31 kilometers per liter, and it is new. The engine is not still broken in. A few things are still not working the way they should work long term. So I expect after 1,000 kilometers and first service done, the bike will improve to around 32 kilometers per liter. 31, 32, that is perfect for a 300. You don't need more than that. If you can change this sprocket to a smaller one, trust me, you can get 34. because much of the fuel is because of this one. It gives the bike too much torque, but also a little bit more fuel. So if you can change this one, you'll be good to go. This one. But for now, don't touch it. Actually, the way the bike is, you can cruise at 100 on the highway. You can cruise so comfortably, overtake anyone from there. This bike is so good the way it is. It has very good overtaking power. Again, because of it is an EFI, combustion is so balanced, and then we have a torque-oriented sprocket. So when it comes to overtaking, you don't even need to downshift. Even if you are on gear 6, you just throttle it up, you're good to go. So the way the bike is, I'm loving it. Very, very, very good dual sport. It's not so heavy, you don't even feel the weight when you get here. For the first few days, maybe you can feel the weight, but after that, you realize how you need to balance yourself, then it is no longer an issue. Remember, we are in the slopes of Maina, the jungles of Maina. I want us to continue riding and see how much we can do with this bike. Problems of people who wear glasses. They are always a problem. But what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? You're wearing glasses like myself. We need a holiday one day because it is a struggle. One day.